afternoon everyone, it's Rachel here and we are going to work on Roxy's Christmas 2024, and what I really desperately need is a whole lot of pockets, because if we look here, I have all of this ephemera. It won't be enough, I need to make more, but there's a lot of stuff in here that is ready to go. So I think I might try to catch up a little bit on making some pockets, because I don't have a lot of those. So what I wanted to do today was just, if I can get those back in there, is just sort of go through my favorite ways of making just regular rectangle pockets, because I make them a few ways. One way is to take digital scraps like this and make pockets out of it. So this one, absolutely love this. I'm just going to fold it a little bit at the top. So this is one way, and these are my favorites. I'll tell you why, because they're not too thick, and we'll compare this one to some of the other types afterwards. And this one is going to be, I'll tell you in a second. I'll just glue this down. So it's kind of good to have all the different ways. I think I probably should put a selection in my Hoardy book, which I have not done for quite a while. So I'm going to try and guess about how wide do I want it. Probably about that wide. I don't necessarily make them huge, so I'll fold that over. Now sometimes I fold that down and that's a little side tuck on the other page, but this one I'm going to make it into a tab. So I think I may, just thinking, no, I won't trim it. So that's going to get some snips here and snips there. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. I can feel a cough coming on. A tickle. So just say this is my page. Oh, that's not double-sided, so I can use that. Just say this is my page, this side. I, of course, wouldn't put it where the angel is. So this will be my pocket that will glue like that. And we did this recently, well, sometime this year, in a Roxy's Weekly Challenge, and then leave it a little bit longer there, and that's a built-in page tab. Actually, I have enough here to be able to also make a little tuck, so I'm going to glue that down, and that's going to be a little tuck. So it's a tab rectangle pocket with a tuck on the other page. How about that? That's a very complex thing, isn't it? So that is one way of doing the pockets. And actually I won't punch my thumbnail there until I put it into a journal, because I don't know exactly kind of where my center-ish is going to be. So what I would then do is maybe just add a little something to that. I did have a bit of my scribble papers, and I like the red and the blue, so I think I might put this here. And I'm just going to put a little piece of paper there, and I love the look of that. So, and that one will be complete except for the thumbnail, which won't happen until it gets put onto a page. So I might go through them, and then I've got a few sort of semi-prepared that we'll go ahead and finish off. So that's one. The other way I like to do them is I have collage pages, and I've had some pulled out. Here we go. So sometimes I like to just maybe we did this last year, and it's when you cut out the nice clean edges of your papers and then just put it together like a jigsaw puzzle to create the collage. So I might trim it like so. That's probably a bit too wide, so I might trim a little bit more off, and that's going to be my pocket. And I can have another two. They don't have to be super deep. So both of these can be pockets as well. And then they just simply get embellished. So what I do to remind myself that these are pockets is just grab my thumbnail and do that, and I'll do two together. So those are two pockets, and I can even just have those put aside and waiting for me to finish them off, sort of thing. So they're pockets. I can even sometimes just put them in my pocket section that I collect up, gather all my tags, I gather all my tucks and pockets, and I can embellish them even when I put them in the journal. So that's those, but we'll come back and finish them in a minute. And then another one that I like to do, and I particularly like doing it with sort of bits and pieces of scrap, if I have them. Here's another one. See, that one would be good because that's the full width of the document paper. That one's going to be good as a tab one, so we'll just tab with a tuck. So we'll just glue that down and put that aside to be completed. Actually, I'll just put that over there ready to be completed because I've got others. I might not use that one. Sometimes I will just simply cut in. Let me just see if I have any other scraps flying around. No, I do not. Okay, so I'm going to grab some paper from here if I have any scrappy bits. Now, that one's vertical, so I can't use that. So how is everyone today? I hope you're well. We are well, just really super busy. Steph's busy, I'm busy. Well, maybe what I might do, so sometimes I usually do them with my digitals, but you can also do them with decorative papers. So this is just an Italian decorative paper. So what I might do is trim that. I'll trim it a bit more because I'm going to fold it down. Now, the reason why I fold it down, as you probably already know, is to reinforce. So this is just a regular rectangle pocket, and I'll put something on there, but we'll do it after. Just want to do all the different formats while I've got them in my head. I'll probably forget something. So, difference to this one, besides the paper, is this one will just sit on the page. Where did that paper go? Oh, here. So that would just sit on the page as per normal, whereas the other one wrapped around. Although it's quite big, if I wanted it to be shallower, I could wrap that round and make a little tab on it, which I do really like doing. So that's just a regular type. And they're my favorites because they're not too thick, but I've reinforced it with the fold over at the top. Okay. Now, another way that I like to do it is with my glue paper. So what I would do is, this is a bit sticky, this one. Let's use one that's dried, if I have one nearby, and not folded over. Well, that's folded over, but I might be able to... No, it's got glue on both sides, so we can't use that. I'll tell you why, because that glue with heat, see, it's still tacky, and then it gets stuck. So I don't actually, because I've been using them, I don't actually have much. So I'm just going to take this one maybe about there. You don't really need to fold it over. You can if you want to, but you don't need to, because they I'm going to glue on top. Now these will be thicker pockets. So I have to try not to bulk them up too much. And that's where the scrap paper, again, the leftover bits and pieces of paper come into play. This is just a vintage piece of paper, so I don't really care to see it too much. And so I want to use that one. I would find some, I might use this collage paper. Oh, even this. I might put this on here. Let's do that as a background. I've done that already on another one. So I would cover that and then embellish it. So I'm just going to put a marking on it and then trim it there. And I want to see the edges of the book page because I like the colour. So I'm not wanting to cover it all up. I'm going to have a little peekaboo of it, but not too much at the top because this is, it'll rip. You know, it's sort of more fragile sort of paper, even though it's newer paper. That's not big enough. I'll glue on here. So I'll glue that down and we can finish that off afterwards. Then we'll recap some of the different ways, and I'm sure something else will pop into my head. My other favourite thing is to use, well, we might do that as well. If I can find some paper, we'll do that as well. My brother always laughs at me. I'm like, I've got to take notes. Let me just find a piece of paper. And he's like, you live in the land of the paper and you can't find a piece of paper. Well, you can't. When you need one, you can't find it. Okay, so that's that. That needs to be finished. We'll put them all together so that way we remember all the different methods. So that's those. Then, what did I say? I've got those to do. We'll put those there. And I keep these kinds of pieces of paper because they're perfect. They're nice substrates for tags and pockets. So they're good things to keep. Oh, actually, I had another way of embellishing them. I want to do that as well, especially with the Christmas. I have these lovely doilies. And so I did one yesterday and I really liked it. So I'm just going to cut this one out. I won't use all of it because it won't all fit. Oops, I've just got to get the doilies back. It was the post. Just my Insta ink and something for Lulu with a duty on it, of course. Actually, and I was thinking, gosh, what's she been buying? But she hasn't. It's one of my best friends. She's an Aussie, but she lives in the UK, and she sent Lulu I think she might have sent her a birthday present, which is really sweet. So I'll have to send her a message afterwards. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to glue that there. Cut it a bit better. Glue that there, and then I'll trim off, but I'm going to fold that over the top so then it's nice and strong and you just get a super pretty pocket. I'll grab some more paper for gluing. I'll just put the glue everywhere. It does make my scissors a little bit sticky, but it's easier than trying to figure out where to put the glue. And I'm going to actually slide it down. Oh my goodness, I have not done a good job there. I want to see a little bit of the paper because I like that look, but I want it to come down a bit further. That's better. Like that, and I'll trim the excess. Well, I don't have to really trim that off, but it's a little bit sticky. I mean, that you could wrap around onto the other page if you wanted to. For now, I'm just going to trim it because I've got glue everywhere. It's sticky. So I will trim, and I'll leave the bottom because that would just simply glue down onto the page. And there we have a nice little pocket, and I might put something there. So that's another way of covering the book page. And then, oh, no, see, now I got interrupted and I've kind of forgotten what was another thing. Let me think. One other thing that I like to do, which is quite nice, is if I can find one that's going in the right direction, is maybe here. Yes, one of these. I like to use these too, this sort of thing, as pockets. So what I would do here is tear that off and leave the top and just fold that down. These are nice, of course, as journal cards, which is what I intended them for, but they can also be lovely pockets and really nice, quick ways, but good looking, as Steffi would say, pockets. So we'll tear this one. Probably wouldn't use that unless I wanted to wrap that around and make it a tab pocket. See, there you go. There you could do a postcardy size sort of one and have it wrap around and be a tab. So maybe we'll do that as well. So in one session, you end up with quite a lot of pockets ready to go. I need to have a few sessions of pockets because I also, like, I've been doing this, how long I've been making journals for quite a long time now. And from each time to the next, I can't remember what do I do. So this one, we will have to address one thing. Oh, actually, I just folded that down. And I've torn it crooked, but I quite like that. So this little bit here will fold down. And, of course, you do this with anything that you have. You don't have to have my things. You can do it with whatever you have. Other people's kits, whatever. It's just ideas for rectangle regular pockets, which are some of the best pockets to have because... you know, they're not overly bulky and many different things fit in them. but I do like to put in a little bit of variety of things, like not all the same types. I think we should have a whole different types of pocket session, just so we've got a whole summary. So today will be rectangle ones, and then we can do wraparounds. I'm going to write this down because I'd like to do this for myself, to gather all of my ways of doing things. Does anybody else forget what they do? So this one here, let me look. I think I'll keep that bit there. No, the dog's more on that side, so I'd actually probably wrap that. And I won't do a deep tab. It's just going to be a little tab. And I'll just snip it here, so I know. I hope I haven't been pulling everything towards myself so that you then can't see. Please be patient. So there we go. Cute little pocket. Don't have to even do anything to that at all. So I think that's all my ideas that are coming to me at the moment. So let's just do a recap. So you can use ready-made or ready printed out ephemera that was intended, obviously horizontal for these types, but was intended for journal cards, but you can adapt them and make them into pockets, rectangle pockets. This one, it was a postcard, and we've folded a little bit over, so that's going to be a tab on the page. This is my page, and I just have a little bit sticking out as a built-in tab, which is super great. And you have a pocket. Isn't that cute? And I love that even on that page. So don't need to do too much. Probably don't even need to do anything to those if I don't want to. So I would just put those aside, and when I put them into a journal, I can decide if I want to put something on them. Then we did the book page. These are 2 book pages, so these need to be completed. So we might do that now. Simply on them, you could just have, so this one I might just put I don't know what I have here, some labels. They're a bit big. Just grab my pouch. I think I've pulled out all my labels, because I have been doing bits and pieces here and there. Oh, no, I don't think I want that one. Oh, I could. What about my swirly labels? I like those. Yeah, I think I pulled them out somewhere. But I've got my ephemera book here. I'm going to make a note. Actually, let me just bear with me 1 second while I right now write down a couple of things. So I want to do a session of different side tucks, and then different wraparounds. And we could also have floating pockets. So if anyone has any other types of ideas of pockets that we could just do all of the different things that I can think of, let me know. Put it in the comments and I'll take note. That's a fun thing to do, and that way you guys are involved as well. I'm thinking I might like a couple to use these. So it depends what size I have them in, because quite often I've used them. And it does look like I need to do a bit of a print. I absolutely love that one. I'm going to pull that one out. Oh, it's a sideways pocket. These are adhesive label, plastic adhesive label holders. Okay, just in case anyone's wanting to know. If I had that one small, I want something with greens, I think, in this one. That's too big. Oh, that's it. So yeah, I do need to reprint these. I see some printing in my sights. This one is the right. Oh, maybe I like that one. Let's try this one. No, I don't want that one. So let me just see what else I have flying around in here. They've fallen out of their pocket. They're lovely. I must do something with those. Oh, I wanted to do something with these as well. Love those. I'm just going to double check if there's anything in here. See, all of these, this one, that, these can all, the horizontal ones can do that job. The job of becoming a pocket. I don't think there's anything in here that I want to put there. Well, I have those sorts of things. Maybe I'll just leave it. I could just leave it, you know. Don't want to add more embroideries. Oh, there's smaller ones of those too. They would be good for those pockets. Yeah, I don't want to add embroideries on embroideries. That's not my thing. Oh, I need to make some of those. Gosh, I need to do printing. I do. Running out of stuff. Okay. Right. So, this one, I need more labels. I know I had all other sizes. They must be here under my mess. I've got a lot of stuff pulled out here. No, it's not under there, but under here. Here they are. Here's some more stuff. Okay. Oh, that's a good pocket. That's more of a side tucky sort of thing. Right. No labels there. Oh, here they are. The smaller ones. I've used them, you see. Oh, gosh, they're right there in front of my face. Goodness gracious. Yeah, one of these little mini ones I want. I think I'll have the Santa. And then I think this pocket would be really cool with writing on it. Like you could write about something on there. Kind of reminds me, that's my thoughts about that comes from the lovely, I've got some lovely Italian black and white postcards of sort of scenery, and I love it when they've got writing on the front of them. There you go. It's just going to go on there. It's got a bit of the old book page, but that's okay. And just quickly do a punch. And it could get something else on it, but I won't do anything now until later. And those ones I can punch. They're actually about the same size, so let's do them together. And I just do it more or less in the center. Quite often get it wrong. You got stuck. What did you get stuck there for? There we go. This one, I won't punch it yet until I decide what I'm, oh, I thought I might like to put this on. So far we've just done rectangle pockets made with book pages and rectangle pockets made from printed out ephemera. That was intended as journal cards, but can quite easily be a very bad cut in here, guys. Just ignore that. Can also be used for pockets, and I just think that is so cute. I'm going to put that there, but I think what it needs is, this is not very exciting book page. It just needs a little bit of, without having to rummage too far, needs a bit of book page, I think. I say that, then I get there and I don't like it. Yeah, just a little piece. A little piece of book page. Just to create a separation from the label, from the background. And I do also like to have 3 elements. And it's all about Sally Watkins. And I like to put this off center. Don't like that pointy bit. Okay. I had to be Lulu's alarm clock today. I woke up to a message. Lucky I looked at my phone, because I don't always look at my phone right away in the morning. Mum, when you get up, can you please send me a message? If I don't answer, can you give me a call? I did. She sounded very sleepy. She wasn't up. And then I thought to myself, oh, I should ring her in a minute. And do you know what? I forgot. So hopefully she got up. She would have messaged me if she didn't, because she would have been annoyed with herself. So that's a pocket. Now, what might happen is that might be too wide for something, and I could just trim a little bit off. Of course, I would trim a little bit off on either side. I jumped when that did that. So 2 types, book page and 2 book page ones, those 2. And then we have the ones made from the ephemera and the postcard, which is going to be, oh, I can't do that yet until I put it on the page. Also a tab. Now, we'll put that one aside. We have the collage page ones, so we'll just embellish one, and the other one I'll do off camera. So we've got collage page, like I'm speaking Aussie French. Collage, I can't say it. Collage page, pocket, and super easy because I don't want to cover all of it up too. I love the big tags for this sort of thing. And I am feeling like I might like this one. Now, I have to be careful when I put the journals together that I don't, it doesn't really matter, does it? If I put two of the same tag label or something, or the image in the one journal. So I'll trim this off. Okay. I think it's, yeah, it is. I think it's kind of going to be good to have all that one ideas in one spot. I think I need to make myself a little Christmas journal to put all my Christmas ideas in. And usually I don't, well, no, actually I'm going to go off. I don't normally like to put things in the center. I was thinking I might, but nope, I prefer it off center like that. If I wanted to add another dimension, I could then come in with, you know, some doodle paper. I could add one of these. No, not on that one. Yeah, I'll talk to you about those in a second. So that's the collage paper, really simple, but you could also put a fussy cut on there, whatever you like. But I do quite like these with just the simple label on them. I keep wanting to call them a tag. Now this, well, this here, I mean, isn't that's all right. But yeah, I might just put a little fussy cut on there. Just grab my book again. Again, I'm not going to punch that one out yet because I don't know what I need, you know, where I need to punch the thumbnail. Let me just go all the way across here. Turn it over so I can see. Now, I think she would be lovely there. That could be nice, or anything small like this could be nice. Actually, I think I like that more, so we'll just shove her back there. Grab my scissors. I mean, the mess is real, honestly. So this has a little border around it, so it's nice and easy to cut out. I'm just going to carefully tear that off because it gets in my way. It's going to get in my way. Okay, so I will that there. Don't need anything on the other side. We just added that and I think that's gorgeous. Make sure that's stuck down, and that one's done. I had prepared that one, but we're not going to sit and do 10 million of them. We'll do the decorative paper because that might be a little bit more difficult. Again, I mean, could easily just put a label on there. I could also just like a piece of this paper's. Oh, what about this one with the Noel? Gosh, that took me a long time to do that one. I remember that. It's just with a pen, you know, a marker. And I'm just going to simply put that on there, and I don't think it needs anything else. But when I put it into a journal, I might decide, or I might leave it to the person who ends up owning the journal, if anyone does. Or up there, down there. No, I think I like it down here. I won't put it right on the edge, just in case I need to trim down. Okay, so that's that. I had this prepared also as a pocket, just to show you. And these were going to be wraparounds, but as a tab, I had that prepared. That was a little piece of paper I had left over. This one was a little piece of paper I had left over. This was one that I had done on a collage page. And these were done just on the book page. And that one, and I added a bit of fussy as well. So I did the marble paper, the doodly papers, the fussy, and that on there. And that's just book page. But those are decidedly thicker. So that's really thick, the collage page. But I prefer these not so thick, these ones. And that one, absolutely love that. Those. Now, I wanted to mention, you see these flying around on my table. I forgot that I had, I'll just pull it out. First of all, I forgot about this kit that Steffi put together years ago. These are, so these are all from our antique books. And I had originally, years ago when he did it, we printed them on regular paper and then swooshed tea over it and made them look on the tea paper, but I can never be bothered. I remembered I had this recycled paper. It's from Amazon. I just put in antique paper and this came out. It's a bit dark, and my thought was I was going to print letters on it and fold it and put them in the journals, but it's so thick. It's actually going to be very good for pockets and things. And then I thought these are wonderful for tabs and to embellish things with. So I've got them printed up on this paper, and I just tear them as I need them. These ones I hand tore. I did tear them with the ruler, but I actually preferred them to be hand torn. So I don't think they really go so much with what we're doing here, but I did make something with them. I think I put one on as a tab somewhere. Let me see. Yes, I put one. I made this journal card yesterday and I put it on as a tab, and it's nice and thick, and I just put a little piece of paper at the back. I thought that was super cute. So we're just going off on a tangent, and I didn't glue that. Ding dong. I always miss a corner. So, and there I just put a little label on there. But yeah, that just really fun paper. I've ordered one today. It hasn't come yet, in a lighter color, so I want to see what that one's like. So that is my video for today. Really simple, just gathering my thoughts about pockets and the rectangle pockets and the different ways to do them. So I mean, that's more classed as a wraparound, but I like the rectangle pocket with the tab, built-in tab idea. Favorites are done with or just the one piece of book page, but my most favorites are just the lighter paper, because they're not so thick and they're really easy to glue down, and they don't bulk quite nearly as much. So let me know your thoughts about other types of pockets that you might like to see variations. They probably cross over, and if I have ideas for them, I will do videos for them. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.